Smart appliances are turning up everywhere. So, how can the experience be made better for consumers? Welcome to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from the Consumer Electronics Show is Yun Ho Choi, Global Head of Planning and Partnerships and Business Team Leader at Samsung. Great to see you, Yun.
Hey, Fred. Nice to meet you. Thanks for making time.
Well, you are all about partnerships, and what we're talking about is a new one called the Home Connectivity Alliance. Give us the overview here.
So the Home Connectivity Alliance is a coalition of global appliance manufacturers. And what I mean by appliances is home appliances, HVAC systems, and TV. So these three industries and the manufacturers that represent these three industries have come together to enable interoperability and really focus on the innovations that come from interoperability, as well as the working to make this easier for our consumers. Yes.
Well, describe for us from the consumer's perspective here what this may mean in terms of making life a little easier if they have smart appliances, sometimes from one manufacturer with something else from another. That's, I think, what you're trying to tackle here, right?
That's correct. Although all of us are also competitors, right? The members of the Home Connectivity Alliance, although, let's say for me, Samsung, I would love for your home to be all Samsung products. I think it's very, we realize that your kitchen, your home is going to be composed of many different brands, right? And so what we want to do is make sure that, your GE products, your Samsung products, your Electrolux products, you may have a different variety of products in your home. We want those to be able to work together, right? And so these are the larger products in your home. These are the products that you use every day. And oftentimes you use for a very long time, right? So, the members are coming together to make sure that these products have an opportunity to work together. And I'll talk a little bit more about how that happens. Yeah.
Describe for us what you mean when you say work together.
So, for example, let's say I use a Samsung app to control my Samsung refrigerator or control my Samsung washer. With this Samsung app, I will be able to control the other, GE, Electrolux, Archulec, other brands, or even HVAC or Train, right? These other brands would be able to be controlled through the app I'm already using, and vice versa. If I'm using a GE app today, I will be able to onboard other brands onto this app I'm already using, and so that I don't have to flip, back and forth from different apps to be able to control it, right? So more members are joining, and these appliance brands, the global brands that people know and trust, these are the ones that kind of come together, and you're able to, whatever you are using today, Fred, you'd be able to control a whole range of brands and products.
And how is this accomplished? I'm sure the companies don't want to share their inner workings with each other. So you found kind of a way around that?
So what we've done is, we all have lots of experience with different standards organizations. We've been part of many different initiatives. And I think from the onset, what we realized is we are not out to create yet another standard, right? In fact, that's, I think, been one of the the big hurdles in the industries, right? So one more standard after another, each one, of course, promising to be the universal one, right? So the approach actually we took was that we are leveraging the existing infrastructure, right? So we are narrowly focusing on cloud to cloud. So this allows us to connect our cloud to, let's say, GE's cloud. They will maintain their system, we will maintain our system, but on an agreed data model, agreed set of capabilities. we would be able to control and access each other's devices through the cloud, right? So this allows us to, number one, do it very efficiently. Number two, we're not reinventing the standards here, right? So we're leveraging this. The importance, why the not reinventing the standards for, particularly for our category of products, why this is important is our devices have long upgrade cycles, right? So I'm not replacing my refrigerator every couple of years. You know, sometimes the refrigerator I have may be in my home for a decade, right? So for us, this long life cycle of our products, you know, it is important for us to be able to onboard legacy devices that our consumers already have in their home, while still providing this feature, providing this interoperability, and then of course, you know, a whole set of innovation that will come through from this interoperability effort.
So as a consumer, I can choose which app I want to use, and I can move back and forth between different brand apps to control pretty much everything?
Yeah, pretty much you can use the app you're already using or choose an app that you want to use. And from this single app, you will be able to control and monitor a wide range of, you know, different brands and different categories of products, right? If you think about, you know, the sort of the expertise or specialties of each of the brands by region, by categories of products, and you know, your preference on which type of devices you want to use, this becomes something that is makes it very flexible for the consumers.
And it's not going to require me to go out and buy new appliances necessarily, right? If I have some connected appliances today.
That's, I think, one of our key sort of focuses is we want to minimize that, and in fact, we want to include as many of the current products that are already in people's homes as much as possible, right? And this is why, you know, the devices that we produce are large ticket items. It's oftentimes it's kind of the infrastructure of the home, right? So we want to make sure that our consumers are not forced to, you know, have to buy a whole brand new set of products. If you think about replacing an HVAC in a home, I mean, that's major construction, right? So we want to make sure that we don't do that. That's
how many members of the Alliance are there now?
Well, we have right now 5 sponsor members today. They are Samsung, Trane, GE, and Haier. GE and Haier are the same company, but GE and Haier, and Archulus.
And
Electrolux? Yeah, and Electrolux, yes.
And you said that you're hoping that the numbers will grow over time. And when will this be effective? When will consumers see this happen?
So our goal is to be able to get something in consumers' hands by the end of 2022, right? So our organization actually just recently was formed, but we are being aggressive about this schedule to get it within this year. I think we have a very good shot at this, mainly because, as I mentioned, we're not reinventing the infrastructure here. We're actually leveraging a lot of the existing infrastructure. What we are doing is coming to agreement on what capabilities, you know, what set of features we want each other to be able to control, right? So taking a very light and focused and narrow approach to making appliances interoperable.
How will consumers know if what they're buying will fit into this Alliance system?
I think this is one we're still trying to, you know, we are working on this. But one thing for sure is that, you know, for these large appliances, it is not it's not like a very spontaneous, you know, purchase, right? I'm not going to walk down the street and, oh, look, I need an oven, I'm just going to purchase an oven, right? So these are devices that our consumers generally do some amount of research. And we have multiple channels, of course, online, offline, to be able to communicate which devices will work with which brands. So we are still trying to figure out the exact details of that, but we're pretty confident that when we look at the purchase cycle and the purchase process of how our consumers purchase our product, we have multiple opportunities to inform our consumers on the benefits and the interoperability element.
For more information about it, where can people go?
You can go to homeconnectivityalliance.org, which is we have a website that is it's currently there. You will get some basic information on there, and then there's contact info for that will reach our staff to be able to provide more info.
Well, we love the idea of things becoming easier for consumers when it comes to using smart appliances. Yun Ho Choi, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you, Fred. I look forward to chatting again.